Today's show is brought to you by the new product from our friends at Magic Mind. Magic Mind Sleep Performance Shot. Fall asleep faster, get a deeper rest. Along with Focus, there are now 2 daily shots to transform your mental wealth. Visit magicmind.co/WATP show Jan to get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle.
Yes.
Stay little, stay happy.
Episode 590
contains adult concepts and language.
What's up with that? Let's talk about it.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
I've been dying to say that.
Cuz-a-roo.
Slapperoonie.
It's showtime.
WATP.
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 Hello, Rubbernecks and Cousin-Roos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the only show that's never been video recorded giving the Nazi salute. I'm your host, Carl. With me today from Normal World on YouTube and Blaze TV, it's Dave Landau. What's happening, Dave?
Hey, not much. How about you, Carl?
Not too much, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm glad you got your internet figured out.
Yes, that took a minute. Sorry.
Hopefully it won't go out while we're doing this, but of course you can always use that as a convenient excuse.
Yes, that's what I try to use it for.
Any questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
Check out Normal World at Normal World on YouTube with Quarter Black Garrett and Angela. You just had Lila Hart, who I got to hang out with at a Chrissy Mayer Content House a couple of years ago and watch her do stand-up. She's great.
Yeah, she's really great. She was just on last night.
Yes. So that's the latest episode. And of course, our buddy Drew Lane was on the show.
Yeah, last week with Mike Walters. Has Mike been on your show?
He has not.
Oh, okay. Mike's great too.
Well, spread the word, my friend.
I will.
Please. Oh, producer Chris is here also. Hey, Chris.
Hello.
Also, we want you to go to whoarethese.com. That's where you get our email address, voicemail number, link to our subreddit, link to our Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and the link to Patreon and Supercast featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every single month. And of course, you can always watch the show live and unedited on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And of course, today we are actually doing this as a sneak peek free preview live on YouTube for everyone. This is what you get to see when you're on our Patreon or our YouTube channel. Hackamania, May 9th through 11th, hackamania.com. We will be live in Las Vegas with a bunch of other podcasts. You know the deal. You hear me talk about it. Go to hackamania.com. Check it out. You'll not be disappointed. We had a blast last year. It's going to be fun this year. Dave, you're going to Vegas in a little bit.
Yeah, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in at the MGM in February.
That's a great place. I saw Shuley there.
Oh, did you?
Years ago. Yeah. He did a week there.
Oh, nice.
Fun club. Yeah, funny story about it. Shuley was playing at the same time. It was Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan playing at that MGM where they have the UFC fights. It's holds like 14,000 people.
So I'm in the MGM sold out and nobody's there.
I'm in the MGM and there's lines and lines just going all the way through the casino. I'm just like, you guys in line for Shuley? You guys, is this the line for Shuley? Is this the no one here's for Shuley? Oh, okay. So yeah, he didn't pick the best weekend to be there. Yeah. There's a little bit of competition going on.
That's what sucks. If anything's going on inside, like now the Sphere or that gigantic arena, you're just done.
Well, hopefully the Sphere isn't competing with you.
Yeah,
completely.
It's weird that it just depends. It depends who's there.
Yeah. It's like, do I want to go see a Grateful Dead tribute or do I want to see Dave Landau?
Yeah, I don't know which one it is. It depends how
one
much
of them is $2,000 a ticket.
Yeah, one is. The other one's kind of close. Vegas is very expensive.
Right.
I've seen prices for me, and I'm like, I would never pay that.
We're trying to promote this thing.
I mean, it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
It's every dollar. No, I'm kidding. It's not that much.
Today, we'll be reviewing a show called The Padded Agent. I want to introduce you to the host, Mark. Before I do that, though, Dave, let me just read you the description of this show. On this channel, I will attempt to shine some light onto the ABDL/DL lifestyle. Are you familiar with ABDL?
No.
Brace yourself.
Adult baby diaper lovers.
Oh, good.
Yes. help those within the community as well as help those on the outside looking in to have a better understanding of the who, what, why, where, and when of the ABDL/DL community. I would think how would be in there, but okay. You will not see me in a diaper or in little space. I believe ABDL/DL is a mindset and not all about the diaper, clothes, etc. I may do some reviews here and there. So let's start this off. I'm going to introduce us because Mark is recently talking about how there's some ABDL people who say they go 24/7, but they're just doing the weekends.
Oh.
They're not really.
They're posers.
Yeah, they're not really wearing a diaper 24/7.
So it's not a necessary thing.
Oh, no.
This
Definitely
is
not.
a pleasure.
No, this is not like our parents.
Okay, so this is a child molester.
Dave just being humble. I think he knows all about this.
I know.
Yes, I'm wearing one right now. This is the leader of my cult.
So, since we have those that wear on the weekend or for a week and they call it 24/7, I changed it to 24/365. So that's where the 365 comes from because it just makes sense. I'm sure you think it makes sense too. So
he's one of those guys who liked Metallica before the Black Album. He's like, all right, I get it. We all like the same band, but it's not the same.
He looks like Mike Birbiglia's brother that he doesn't talk about.
Yeah, you're right. So he's got that going for him.
He's also got two little anime creatures off in the back, just in case you didn't know he was a pervert.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I didn't pay a lot of attention to the background, but based on what I'm seeing here, I don't think he makes a ton of money.
No, I'm guessing he doesn't. He has a framed map that, speaking of parents, you can tell has been passed down from generation to generation. It's the most valuable thing he has.
Yeah, there's like
lamp.
There are continents that no longer exist.
Yes. It's just a Pangea map.
So in February of 2014, he decided, you know what? I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to go 24/365. And I'm going to start on my birthday, which is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And so it gives him some time to experiment and figure out how he's going to pull this off.
sometime in February of 2024, I decided on the day I would go 24/365. So I had a few months of experiment with different diapers, get my stock up so I didn't run out. You know, I those reusable cloth diapers with the plastic pants. And now I know some out there they feel that cloth diapers are the bee's knees. But for me, I'm just not a damn fan whatsoever. And a fun fact, the one and only time I ever got diaper rash was in a reusable cloth diaper with plastic pants. So the war between cloth and disposables will continue, and I will be on the disposable battlefront on that one.
It's an age-old battle.
Cloth diapers besides like cartoon babies that smoke cigars.
Well, it's one thing in the ABDL community because we've studied these people before.
Okay.
Not this guy, but
No,
they
he's fresh.
they typically only number one in their diapers. So remember, this guy's 24/365.
Okay, that's true. That's
so that
true.
takes the cloth right out of the mix for me. I'm like, yeah. We're not.
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Go to the laundromat with this shit.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get the rash if you're constantly walking around in a leaking diaper that hasn't been used since the 30s.
All right.
I like the jazz music bed. It makes it just slightly more acceptable.
It's classy.
Right? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It does. It definitely does class the place up a bit.
So if he's doing it 24 hours a day, that means that he's going to bed in diapers.
I also had to figure out how I was going to sleep in a diaper. I mean, I only sleep about 4 hours a day anyways because I have insomnia, I have restless leg syndrome. But the diaper tested my limit with sleep. And I had many, many sleepless nights.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you get older. I would think that's the only time you'd want to wear a diaper is before you go to bed. He's going, it sucks when you're in bed with this thing. Like, really? I don't have to get up at 4 a.m.? That actually sounds amazing.
Secret to my success.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's really the only time. Yeah, that really would be enjoyable. Also, Yeah, I love these. Like, I have sleepless nights and restless leg syndrome. It's like, that's not your biggest problem.
Yeah, right. You also have ABDL.
You've been diagnosed with ABDL.
Yeah, you're not sleeping because your family hates you, and I assume you get in a lot of arguments about your lifestyle.
Oh, I don't think he has any friends. We'll get into that. There's some hints at that, but let's start talking about. So he starts experimenting wearing diapers to work. I don't know what he does for a living, but he's wearing diapers. Or did, for that matter, yes.
I wore to work a few times during this phase to see how that was going to feel. So many things to figure out before that golden day.
Dave, you ever worked with someone who wore diapers to work?
Not that I knew of. Definitely not for pleasure.
How would you like to be in the HR department in that company? Just be like, hey, Mark, can you get in here? So anyway, here at Constello Partners, we pride ourselves on providing clean and efficient laboratories for all of our employees. You feel free to use them at any time.
Yeah. It's just you keep shitting your pants and walking around in it. And
that'd be a problem.
Yeah. You're waiting for someone to change you on that table.
Yeah, perhaps you've noticed.
He keeps breaking the table.
Yes, our koala table has been replaced 16 times. They will no longer bring us them.
No, Dave, I know what you're thinking. Here we have inflation rates that are through the roof.
Sure.
How can you afford to wear diapers every single day?
You'd have to.
I was on a paycheck to paycheck back then. Now, mind you, I wasn't one of those T-bone lifestyle on a ramen noodle budget
You're not
kind of guy,
Rockefeller
but
either.
I still had to make some sacrifices to be able to afford my diaper supplies. Taking my own coffee to work and not stopping off at my local coffee shop to spend $8 on a damn cup of coffee 5 days a week. Bring my lunch so I didn't have to go out to eat lunch. Yes, I did eat ramen noodles a few times a week back then, but I was committed.
It's a sacrifice.
Perhaps the coffee isn't the best bowel move to start your day.
Right, you might want to switch off coffee altogether.
Yeah, might help you just right there save a couple bucks on diapers.
Hey, Mark, I noticed you're not bringing Starbucks in anymore. You wearing diapers now? What's going on?
Yeah.
What are you saving money for?
It's a telltale sign.
I've seen this before. My brother got into diapers and stopped drinking Starbucks.
Yeah, I could help but notice you wanted to save some money on Starbucks. I mean, clearly. Also, your entire office doesn't smell of feces. So
He's just spraying Febreze in your face as you're talking to him.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, I noticed there's not a clothesline in here anymore with cloth diapers hanging from it anymore that are freshly washed. Are you doing better?
No, the other thing that he talks about is you never want to run out. Because if you're wearing diapers every day and he's wearing between 3 and 5 diapers every single day,
Oh, wow.
running out would, you have to wear, like, I guess you have to go through the dumpster diving and grab used ones, I guess. I don't know how that would work.
I started to build my supplies. I figured average 3 diapers per day. That's about 90 per month. And I wanted to have about a month or 2 of diapers on hand at all times. So that, it's a commitment. It's definitely a commitment. And, nothing's worse than running out of diapers and not having any to wear. Nothing's worse than they're going, oh my God, I've only got like 5 left and my order's not coming in for another, 4 days, so I'll make sure I had enough backed up so that I could withstand weather the out of stock issues that the ABDL diaper companies tend to have on a regular basis these days.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I lose my streak, like even in Wordle, I get very upset. Rower this week fucking threw me off. I was very pissed about that.
Don't get me started on rower.
Yeah. So I understand what he's talking about. It's like, God damn it, I've been wearing diapers for 3.5 years straight, and now I'm out of fucking diapers. Starting all over again.
Yeah, you really don't want to ruin your hobby. You really want to be a master of your domain.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Well, I used a toilet yesterday, if that tells you anything. Having a bad week.
Haven't flushed in half a decade. How are you?
I feel like a weirdo.
Yeah.
You ever sit down to shit? It's wild.
Used my shoe so I didn't get germy.
Okay, so now he's talking about the first few months when he was wearing the diaper to work. It was tough. And he was having these moments where he'd like pee himself and forget to bring extra diapers. And it was a real problem.
The first few months when I wet, it would feel like, flash flood warnings needed to be sent out. Many times I thought it was going to leak on the first wetting because, I thought it was just, like every drop of water I've ever drank in my life was coming out just right then. And so it was it was a challenge. And since I'm still in the new 24/365 concept, I would often forget my diaper bag at home. So I would just have the one, and so I end up wearing that for 6 to 8 more hours because it never happens
one hand
into your shift, into your work shift. It always happens right at the beginning so that you can be miserable for the rest of the day.
He just gave it away that he doesn't work in an office when he said shift.
Yeah.
But I do like the image of him delivering a meeting, and he just stops and he's like, oh yeah.
No, even better, he brings in his briefcase and asks him about the diapers. Like, oh shit! And what do I do with the report? Where's the report?
Where are the TPS reports, Flanagan? I just got these Huggies.
Okay, the fact that he says I'd go to work and I'd pee myself a lot, and I feel like I'm going to leak, and it was very uncomfortable for the rest of the day because I forgot another diaper. This is like that old Christopher Guest, Billy Crystal skit. It's like, then why are you doing this to yourself? Oh God, I hate this. This sucks.
Yeah, I hate this. Don't you hate it when you just jam this in your ear? Yeah.
Don't you hate when you shit your pants at work and just keep it there the whole day? I hate when that
love
happens.
that it's the most fixable problem I've ever heard. It's like,
Yes.
if there was only something I could do very easily to prevent myself from pissing myself.
Yes. How does he start the day and not realize that that's his priority if he wants to keep this from people?
That's interesting. So, like, would you pee your dry diaper in the morning so you can change it at home and then go in?
I don't fucking know.
Because I pee before work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I was wearing a diaper, I might not.
Well, yeah.
So I'm not sure how that works.
You're just mad with
It's also
power.
a flimsy diaper where he's like, it feels like every bit of water I've ever drank is running down my leg. It's like, that's a real problem.
And
Like,
a
how long
shitty
are you-
diaper.
Yeah, how long are you holding it in too before you just let it all go?
If you see a 1-star review on that ABDL diaper website, it's from Mark.
Oh yeah.
He's not happy about this. Now, we brought this up before, but let's talk about the smell. That could be a real issue when you're walking around an 8-hour shift at work with a diaper on.
Sure.
Diaper.
I think I wet more frequently now than I used to, just in less amounts. So, there's some days that I don't even need to change at work. There's sometimes one diaper lasts me the entire day. As far as smells go, everybody needs to try their own thing. Use powders or creams or anything like that and stuff. Not drink coffee, do this, do that and stuff. You have to kind of experiment to find out what will cause it to smell worse and what won't. Now, mind you, I don't mess, so therefore I don't have to worry about that. I think the entire 10 and a half years, I think I've only messed maybe a handful of times while I'm at work.
Wait a second. He started by saying he doesn't mess. I'm like, good, me neither. And then he goes, maybe a handful of times. That means you have shit yourself at work, sir.
Yeah, a handful of times, which I have to say is a handful more than most everyone.
Yes. One's enough for me to be like, I can never work here again.
Yeah,
I don't want to see these people.
I think everybody's going to remember the day that I had to walk through here reeking of feces.
Well, he goes on to say after that clip that fortunately every time he messed himself, he remembered to bring his extra diapers in the diaper bag. So he would go and change in the bathroom. So it's literally there with the poopy diaper. And I'm just picturing, Greg is there just going, hey, Mark, what did you do? Shit your diaper again? Shut up, Greg.
Yeah, what gave it away? The diaper bag?
Yeah. Look at you, such a dick.
What are you guys doing after? You going out for drinks? No, we're not doing anything with you.
We all just go straight home.
Yeah, that's all we've ever done. Yeah, how come you guys never go out? Yeah, just not our thing.
All right, so this is what he's up to 5 a day now.
I'm now up about 5 diapers a day on average. Most of them I go, most of it is during time off because it's so much easier to change a diaper when you're at home than it is to change at work.
I would imagine. I would imagine there's lots of people picking on you at home.
Laughing their asses
Greg's
off.
not there to call you out.
Yeah. The CEO doesn't walk in at home and see you taking shit.
Guys, is going to the bathroom.
You don't have Greg Opie Hughes videotaping you from above the stall, which is helpful.
Suing the company.
Okay, so do you think anyone at work notices he's wearing a diaper? What do you think, Dave?
Oh yeah, I think you would. It would make your ass fatter, right?
And he even says
Phil.
he's a size medium, but he likes to wear a large diaper.
So he goes up.
So I would imagine that his pants would have to be pretty baggy in order to pull that off.
Yeah, like clown pants.
He's definitely got one of those like 90s suits that Wesley Snipes wore in New Jack City, just something nice and baggy so you don't notice. A nice Steve Harvey.
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Going to work in public in a diaper is, again, just like wearing regular underwear. These people who are worried about somebody noticing that they're wearing a diaper and stuff, and all I have to say is this. It's been my experience that nobody even looks up from their phone. Nobody even cares whether you're wearing a diaper or not. Nobody even cares to look at you.
Keep telling yourself that, Mark.
No, you know what? This is how I interpret that. They all know he's wearing a diaper, and no one wants to make eye contact with this weirdo.
Or this is them not looking up from their phone.
All they're doing is staring at their phone all day.
Yeah, it's so strange. Everybody I walk by just has their phone out.
Hey, Mark, hold still.
Yeah.
So all of us would like to do things in public that we don't do. We resist the urge. If your urge is I want to do number ones and number twos in front of people and get away with it, you have to like resist that so that you don't do that in public.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
We have this code that we've created called society. We've all decided to like not do that kind of thing.
Huh.
Right. It's like masturbating at work. It's just there's certain things that you would consider uncouth.
Yes.
Boy, did I find out that's a no.
You learn something new every day. I get it.
So after all of this, because this video is all about how he's 10 and a half years, he's gone 24, 365. The question is, for the people who are watching, should I do this?
Would I recommend 24/365? I would, but remember, it's a commitment. You have to make that commitment. You have to be willing to make those sacrifices. You can't just sit there and say, oh, it's hot today, so I don't want to wear. It may be too hot outside that you don't feel like yelling out the door, telling those hobbits to stop throwing that ring in your damn front yard. But you just deal with it the best you can. It's hot, it's miserable, but remember that babies have to wear a diaper and have to suffer through the heat. Adult babies have to do the same thing. You have to just suffer through it.
So it's miserable. Would you recommend it? Yes.
Yes. You have to suffer every day and wear a diaper. I think you should do it every day, 24 hours a day.
I'm confused by this fetish. He even says he lives in Tucson. He goes, when it gets up to like 105 degrees outside, it's not comfortable wearing a wet diaper. Yeah, I would imagine.
Basically, the month of December is when I'm comfortable. Otherwise, it's living hell.
It sucks. But hey, babies have to do it. So
Yeah.
like, I understand the not wanting to grow up. We all have friends who are immature.
Sure.
Just watch movies all day long. Don't have a real
still play
job.
Video games. Yeah.
Don't want to get up early and work for Steven Crowder and just quit when they're told they have to work real hours. I understand. All of us are a little immature. But I mean, you kind of get over diapers pretty young. I don't remember those days.
I don't know the last reference, but I'm following you.
Yeah, I understand. All right. So this is some more advice about the first few months when you switch over to this lifestyle.
For the few months, don't worry about waking up wet. Don't worry about wetting. Don't worry about any of that stuff. For the first few months, just get comfortable with the idea of wearing a diaper 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just get comfortable with that idea. Don't worry about messing or wetting or anything like that and stuff. That stuff will come later. Just get comfortable.
What's comfortable about shitting yourself? It's going to get comfortable with having a load of shit in your pants.
By the way, it's going to take you months to get used to being comfortable. It's going to take a third of a No one is comfortable. Like, there's no reason you should ever be comfortable just standing in front of others and shitting yourself.
Right. This is like army training or something where it's like the guy's going back to Iraq for the third time. He's just like, you get used to it. It's
like, yeah. Now listen, in case you're taken captive, you're going to have to learn to shit your pants. Otherwise, unless there's somebody from the Viet Cong hitting you with a gun every day, there's no reason you should be worrying about any of this.
All right. So he knows another guy who does the same thing he does. And this guy has a different technique.
I know this guy who only buys diapers once a year with his tax return, and he's 24/365, and he gets something like 40 cases in all at once. And I'm like, dear Lord, have mercy. It's just crazy. I get mine, I buy mine on month to month to month. I do have 2 months supply built up, and so that way, in case they're out of stock, or I run out, or not run out, but in case I forget to order or something. So I have about a month or two supply in reserve, if will.
Show off.
I like that he says, in case I forget to order. This is all you're consumed with all day long.
Yeah.
Is wearing diapers. Could you imagine 2 months goes by and he's like, did I order diapers? Oh, fuck.
That's why it seems impossible that he would forget to bring one to work unless he wanted people to know.
Oh, interesting. You think it's more psychological?
He wants to get caught.
Oh, you know what? You're right. He's mad that people aren't checking out his pants. He's putting on bigger and bigger diapers every day.
You smell that?
One day you guys will notice me.
I just love that with his tax return, it's just some people go on vacations. Like, this guy buys a year's supply of diapers with his tax return.
He's in line at H&R Block on January 2nd, 8 a.m. He can't wait.
Follow me for more life hacks.
Yeah.
I have the last clip on here. This is his sign off to his show.
And until the next time, stay little, stay happy.
So he's a little.
Yeah, like a child. I get it.
Yeah, he wants to pretend he's a baby, except for he does a YouTube show. So
yes, and he
a lot of
also
problems
has
with
the
that.
weirdest stuff. I just keep looking in the room. I think there's a box of diapers on the floor, and up to the left, I think that's. I believe it's what you take the Eucharist out of at Mass.
yes,
it's a very bizarre collection.
Well, it's not like it's on display for everyone who watches the show. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
you'd have to pick these things out and determine that's what you want people to see. And he's always promoting his channel and stuff. He obviously is not concerned about people at work finding it.
Right.
And you know someone's found it. You know someone's found it at work.
Oh, it's the same people that film them every day with their own channel.
They're like, did you see Mark's show last night?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah. I wonder who the guy is who uses the tax return. Is there another one here?
Yeah. Could that be Bill?
Yeah, he never goes on vacation.
I've also never seen Bill in the bathroom, now that I think about it.
We always talk about how Bill never gets up from his desk.
Everyone, how's it?
All right, so this is the video. I just wanted to show you some of the comments on here. So it says, he talked about his cat in the beginning. Good tips and nice to hear someone else's story about getting into full-time wearing. I think I started late 2019, never looked back. Have you ever attended any of the conventions like CAP or stuff like that? Any plans for attending the upcoming events next year? Or is that not really your thing? Also, do you have any socials that you're active on? Would love to chat sometime. Anywho, have a lovely rest of your day. This is my clue into that these people are fucking lonely. This person's like, do you go to the conventions where we all wear diapers and pee and shit ourselves?
My mind immediately goes to some poor slob server that has to work the convention center. Oh. He's like, I don't want to do it again this year.
He's like, it's not furries again, is it? It's like, no, it's not furries.
Don't worry. It's
You're gonna wish it was furries.
Yeah, we'd like to ruin your Radisson Inn for the rest of time.
There's a poor bathroom attendant who's standing there with his mints and he keeps rearranging them on the counter.
I didn't make $1 all week.
He's putting his own money in there just to make him feel like he did something that day.
Keeps counting it.
He's like, it's nice it's only weekend he didn't catch the flu.
This was very interesting to hear your experience with being diapered 24/7, 365. I thought it was interesting that you found it more difficult to sleep in a diaper. I actually find it helps me a little bit with falling asleep. Before I ever tried diapers, I was interested in them because I felt like they would help with making me feel little, and they do help. but I wasn't expecting that they would help me feel a little more calm too. The physical feeling of wearing a diaper to me almost feels like a hug. I have a hug around my penis with a hand, but okay.
You know, the way Grandma and Grandpa would hug you on your cock.
I wear mine every day for most of the day. My boyfriend isn't ABDL, but he tolerates my diaper wearing during the day. Oh, God, could you imagine?
Me at night.
Oh, God. How come you never go down on me?
I left baby wipes right next to it so you would.
Oh, boy. Anyway, so that's
monster.
that's this community. But as I mentioned, I brought another fun podcast, one that we've talked about on the show before, but it's been a minute. It is the Zooier Than Thou podcast.
Okay.
And it's a show hosted by Aqua and Steve. I was checking out episode 6 from, episode 9 from season 6 called Animal Jobs. And do you know what zoophiles are, Dave?
I've heard the name.
All right. Well, these are people who get romantic with animals.
That's right.
I'll put it the nice way. And,
but it's actually with animals. It's not the dressing up like a furry.
Right. No, they think that that's lame because underneath that is just an actual boy penis and a girl vagina. They can't have
boring.
Yeah, they can't have that.
You need the rocket. You need the really
right.
Go for it. I gotcha.
So there isn't a video component.
Channel on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a channel on YouTube.
You know how many people I know have been demonetized for just saying they didn't take a vaccine?
Dude, our buddy Cardiff Electric on his channel taken down for playing a little bit of Stuttering John's movie. And these people are talking about fucking dogs. And they're like, yeah, that's fine.
That's how offensive Stuttering John's movie is.
Good point.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the channel. They just saw part of the film and were like, this has to...
We can't have this on YouTube. Rumble's going to eat our lunch.
We have standards.
So I want to start off. I'm going to play you what the YouTube channel video looks like because they have a cute little image on there.
All right.
But this theme song really does get you pumped up. And this show's been around a long time. This is before everyone had AI theme songs. Like, this is legit right here.
Hey, what can I say? You got me howling at the moon. Whoa, don't you know the love is wild when you're a zoo? With Zooier Than Thou. Oh,
Again, jazz comes to the aid of freaks.
Well, if you were just in your room and your parents heard that, they'd be like, oh, good, he's getting culture.
Oh, yeah. He's just watching an old show from the 60s. It's fine.
It's fine. It can't be anything bad.
There's no way he wants to have sex with a bald eagle.
I don't know if you heard the lyrics of that song, but one of the lyrics is "Love is wild when you're a zoo."
Yes.
So they really embrace it. And they start off, the first 51 minutes of the show is just them reading emails and responding to them. So they have a lot of people who are also like, I've been attracted to dogs. I didn't know there were other people out there like me. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So they're asking,
I always thought I was weird.
Yeah. So they're asking, this is what I always say, Dave, about the internet. It's the worst thing for people ever. Because it used to be like, if you were like, oh, I really want to have sex with my dog, you wouldn't tell anyone.
No.
You keep that shit to yourself.
Your family would kill you. Yeah.
Only the dog knows.
You'd be ashamed. You wouldn't go find a Discord server somewhere to be like, where's everyone else who thinks Fluffy's hot?
No, you wouldn't go to a dog park and be like, hey, are also none of these yours?
Are any of them single?
Yeah.
So here they're answering an email about what they call coming out.
All right, we've all been there, nervous about coming out to our friends.
Yep, that sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah, so what happened?
To me?
Yeah.
I'm batting 1,000.
Yeah.
I've been pretty careful about who I've told, but it hasn't gone wrong for me yet.
Oh man, it has gone wrong for me occasionally, but the wrong thing turned out to be the right thing.
How so?
Well, I came out to people who were not accepting, and then I learned who my real friends were.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that enough, eventually you're just surrounded by people who like you.
other dog fuckers, obviously. I like
Yeah,
that-
a group of neighbors chased me into a shed and lit it on fire. I've been killing teenagers in their dreams with dog paws.
I picture Mark in his diaper with his friends going after these people.
Yeah,
you freaks.
Yeah, I told my friend Mark, and he was weirdly accepting.
So according to them, if people reject you for being sexually attracted to animals, they're bigots and weren't your friends to begin with. So you shouldn't talk to them anymore.
Yeah, they in no way care about you and want what's best for you by just denying the fact that you should do this.
Imagine coming out to your friend. Wait, you fuck dogs? No. I said I make love to dogs.
Oh,
you're not hearing me.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You're not understanding what this is.
I'm trying to be supportive here.
I make them a nice dinner of bones under candlelight.
Not too much dinner, though. We've had an accident.
Yeah. I don't want to.
All right. So another emailer calls or writes in and needs advice.
I have a problem that I need some advice for, though. When I came out to my closest two friends as a zoo, and they already heavily suspected it and weren't angry, I couldn't be happier. Until they told me they could only accept me if I didn't have any sort of romantic or sexual relationship with an animal and, quote, recovered from being a zoo. I lied on instinct and for my safety and said I would never, which is only partially true. I'd love to have a romantic relationship with a horse at some point in my life, likely without sex, not because it's wrong, but just because I'm not interested.
So maybe you just haven't met the right horse yet if you're not interested in
I like how
away.
his friends suspected it.
Yeah,
that's
what
what I
happened.
caught.
It's like, how come every time you pet my dog, you're rock hard that it's noticeable across the room?
You have to run into the bathroom immediately. Why is that?
Could you stop fingering my cat and acting like it's an accident?
You always have feathers in your hair. Why is that?
All right, guys, you got me. I've been fucking animals. I know you're all shocked. I know you can't believe that, but
I know it's
you're
weird.
not?
You've caught me in your hen house several times. Completely naked.
If I ever came out with something that ridiculous, and people weren't surprised, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I'd
my
be
life
like,
all wrong.
how did you guys know?
What else you guys talking about behind my back?
I don't
Carl,
know.
we know. We've always known.
Oh,
We
fuck.
love you.
Oh, thank you.
You lay under pigeon-filled lampposts with your mouth open.
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty obvious our whole life.
Pigeon scat. Well, that's a category. All right, so this is a longer clip, so I apologize for that, but listen to how offensive this is for gay people. And I feel bad for gay people specifically because there was a time when they weren't accepted in society, and now they are. And so everyone else who's a weirdo goes, we're just like the gay people. Eventually you guys will come around.
Right.
And it takes some form of love the sinner, hate the sin. And that's just a passive aggressive way of saying, like, I hate you and I'm pretending to love you so that I don't look as bad, right? And it took forms of like, hey, I don't have any problem with gay people as long as they don't have sex with each other, get married, get in my face about it, have pride parades, have rights, have spousal benefits, or anything else that would lend them some kind of a livable life, right?
We don't care if gay people have sex. Just don't recommend that to me as the first video on Pornhub, please. That's all I ask. I don't know what about my history makes you think I want to see that.
Welcome back, Carl.
What the fuck?
Yeah, by the way, we don't want to give spousal benefits to you and the chihuahua you fuck.
Oh, it's funny you say that because there's something coming up that's very similar to that.
And it's, you know, it's okay if you're a zoo theoretically, but as long as you don't have any romantic attraction to animals, ever have sex with an animal, look at an animal with a longing glance, as long as you're not within 500 feet of any animals ever for the rest of your life, and as long as, you know, your rights end where my sensitivities begin, then under those circumstances, I'm totally cool with you being a zoo. That's bullshit.
As long as you don't look at an animal with a longing glance.
Giving it the bedroom eyes.
I fucking my poodle? What the fuck? What are you doing? That's wild. All right, so
Yeah, just drilling a hole in your neighbor's fence because you know he has 3 golden doodles.
All right, so these guys are so far gone, they don't even understand what they're saying anymore.
Yeah, and Cecil, I agree with you that the risk of harm in a romantic-only zoo relationship is basically 0.
Are they mad about thought crimes? Like, come on, man.
And it makes me wonder, like, what does it even mean to not have a romantic relationship with an animal? That line gets super blurry with just normal human-animal interactions already.
He thinks that petting a dog just automatically leads to sex. Like, I mean, that's already foreplay right there. So what's the difference?
Yeah, something that relieves your own stress and lets the animal know you love it. Isn't that obviously a sexual relationship?
Right,
No.
right. Yeah, I mean, okay, you call it first base, whatever. I mean, we're all going to get a home run eventually.
Yes.
Well, you might get your heart broken.
That's true too. Oh fuck! Well,
A romantic relationship.
Dave,
Look,
I have
I
some
want
more
a
clips on
sexual
here.
Animal. I just want to have a romantic relationship with the horse.
Right. I just want to have a candlelight dinner. Is that
Yeah,
weird?
what? I just want to feed it carrots in the dark.
I want to be conscious of your time, Dave. I appreciate you coming on the show. I know you got a lot going on today.
Yes, sir.
If you have to,
Sorry,
if you
I
have to
was
jump
running
off.
behind.
That's all right, man. I appreciate. But by the way, I didn't mention this before. This is like 6 years in the making. Getting Dave on WATP. We talked about it years ago, and here it is. We finally made it happen. So thank you very much for coming on. And again, I'll just say, check out Normal World. You can find it on YouTube at Normal World.
I got to have you on.
I would love to come on.
Awesome.
If I've been on Alex Stein show too, so I'd
Awesome.
love
Let's
to.
do it.
I'd love to make a trip and check out what you guys are up to out there in Dallas.
Yeah, please do. Let's make it happen.
Sounds good. And look who's here. Bob Levy is here. What's up, Bob?
Hey guys, Dave. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Bob? How are you, sir?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Been watching your career grow, and I love it.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, Dave just wrote me in the private chat and said, "Oh, Bob's here. I got to go."
Yeah,
so
that's what everybody.
I oddly do have to go. It's not because of you, Bob.
God damn it!
I
Dave.
miss you, Bob.
I miss you too, buddy.
all right,
Well,
Dave.
you guys
Thanks
have
again,
fun.
man.
And yeah, no problem. I'll see y'all later.
You
All
got
right,
it,
buddy.
Take care, Dave.
Bye.
Bob, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys, man.
Thanks
Dave
for
doesn't know how to get out.
He's trapped. Couldn't get out. He couldn't get out. It's a whole thing with him. So have you ever heard of Zooier Than Thou? We're in the middle of reviewing a podcast.
No.
It is a show hosted by guys who have romantic relationships with animals.
Really?
They're zoophiles.
Oh God. Geez.
And they're proud of it. And they've been doing this show for years. They're on season 6.
Oh God, they must be good at that.
Well, yeah, I would think they've mastered it at this point. They're showing off with all their skills.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Well, they start off reading emails and responding to people who are also zoophiles for the first 50 minutes. And then they wrap that up. They tease what the next segment is going to be. Yeah, maybe not the best word to use.
Giraffe teaser.
They tease what the next segment's going to be. But listen to this. They have sponsors.
Nice.
Where's the line between work and exploitation? Like, who does it serve? Do cute animals get better jobs and accolades? Do animals like having jobs, or is that bullshit?
It's complicated, so we're looking at a few examples and all the baggage and benefits, if any.
I hope there's benefits. That's next on Zooier Than Thou. Stick around.
They sound creepy. That's like, once I hear their voice, I'm out.
Support for Zooier Than Thou comes from Epiphany Pipeworks. Check out Epiphany's work on Blue Sky at epiphany.bsky.social.
Imagine sponsoring the show. It makes it sound like NPR.
Yeah.
Support for this show today.
That's EPIPHINY. EPIPHINY.
This one's great right here.
This episode is also brought to you by Shiv's debut album, Lieder über Liebe. 13 tracks, including A Werewolf in Reverse,
I wanna feel like all around me Every part of my body was covered in fur.
Wow.
Didn't know where they were going with that.
So it's just.
Did they at least do a lead in that song?
I don't know. I haven't heard the whole track yet. I'll have to go back and check it out. But yeah, so there's like some weirdo on some social media site I couldn't get into. I looked up that. Some guy put out an album about fucking animals. That's a sponsor. But now,
Well, it wasn't a double album. I mean, if you're gonna fuck animals, you might as well go all the way.
it's only 13 tracks because they're very busy, Bob. They have other hobbies, obviously.
So that's just a coincidence that these sponsors found them, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the name of this episode is Animal Jobs.
Okay.
And so what they're talking about is like service animals and different things that humans have animals do, and they want to talk about that.
I think the idea here is to examine in some depth all of the different ways that humans use animals towards human ends and decide whether or not any of those
There's a reason
uses
they're
are
not on camera,
permissible
right?
or
Oh yeah, they're hiding their identities. They do not need their friends and family to know this.
Or the
uses are
animals.
permissible or ethical, or if any of them, if there's problems to be found there.
These are people who fuck animals who are concerned about if it's ethical or not to have service animals.
You know what the weird thing is? I've been watching a show about animals talking about guys that fuck them, and they talk about these guys. So it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, they're just like, it's the worst, man. I met this guy at a podcast.
I went in the backyard. They gave me milk. Next thing you know,
He's cheating on me.
he's fucking 2 lions at a time.
I wonder where PETA comes down on this. Because they're very concerned about animal rights, obviously.
Yeah.
But do they want them getting romantic with people?
Is
I
that
treat them
something-
well.
Well, right. That's what I
What
mean.
it is. They're loving the like. I don't know how far that they would go with this, you know, and maybe they're sponsoring it.
Well, they try not to finish on the fur.
It is the polite thing to
Dude, it's such a hassle. It really is.
I hate when the lion goes, "Don't get it on my hair."
Don't get on my mane. All right, so this is a wild statement right here.
I know a blind zoo with a CNI dog who is not only his service animal, but his partner.
Oh my god.
It's unbelievable. This show and the last show we just listened to, you're like, well, these have to be parodies. They're not.
This
This
is
is
crazy.
legit.
How many members do they have? Like,
This video right here has 1,400 views.
geez, they're doing my numbers. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, and all the comments are positive. They're not just like, get the fuck off the internet or anything like that.
Right.
That's what I get.
Yeah, they're not like your comments.
My god. I gotta
You know
stop
what's even-
fucking animals.
No one's even calling them names like my chat is about me right now.
It's
I'm not
fucking
hearing
sad.
any concern about unwanted pregnancies.
that is one of the perks. That's a good point. So he goes, I know a blind zoo who it's their seeing eye dog by day and then their mate at nighttime. And listen to this detail.
When the vest is on, he's at work. When the vest is off, he's his mate. So I guess they found a work-life balance.
It's business time when that
Honey,
vest
I'm
comes off. If that's true, that's wild if it's true. I happen to know a blind guy, my buddy Mike.
Yeah.
And I've asked him about seeing eye dog if he'd ever like get one. And in all seriousness, he goes, no, because they're not pets. You're not allowed to treat them like a pet.
No.
They're literally just working for you.
They're working. It's like drug dogs. That's what it is. If you have drugs on you at the airport, just start petting them for no reason, going, good boy. And then they get mad and they go, no, he's working. You got to get away. Get away.
Right, yeah, that's right. They chase you away from the dog. I just love dogs so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really high.
Yeah. I got all this weed and edible on me.
You know what I do? I put my Coke in a steak. So when the cop, I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, I just carried raw steak with me. That's why he's freaking out.
Carry on, sir.
Carry on. It's a baller move right there. So the vest is off and they're getting it on. Now let's talk about some examples of things that we know animals are working for us. Here's an example.
I can think of some goofy examples of how this is just everywhere. This measurement we call horsepower.
Sure.
It's called horsepower for a reason. Some horse somewhere did some amount of work in some period of time, and before the metric system or anything that made any kind of sense. So, horsepower.
That's how you know that we put animals to work, because of the term horsepower.
Yeah.
That proves it. Pretty good reasoning right there.
Never seen a horse back up like these guys want them to, but
Right. That's what I'm referring to. I always thought like horsepower was like power to the horses, like girl power or black power.
Yeah, right.
Horsepower. But those are the horses behind Bob right now. That's how they're taking it. Now, this show wouldn't be a good show without some helpful advice. And so sometimes when you're a renter, the landlord will charge you extra money to have a pet.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's a common practice at this point.
yeah.
You can have a cat, you can have a dog, but it's going to be a little extra money.
You can't just say, "Hey, we're fucking." You can't
Well-
charge me.
So they have some advice for you, Bob.
Oh no.
However, you may not realize that if you have a service animal, they are prohibited from charging you
Wait a
pet
minute,
fees.
cut this right now.
And
That's Hughley without his accent. I know that voice.
That's holy shit. That's Shuley.
No, Hughley.
Oh, Hughley. I thought you said that was Shuley.
No, that's Hughley without his accent. I can tell.
and cannot exclude you on the basis of your service animal's presence in your living quarters. So if you're wondering how that works, you get a prescription for a service animal. And a lot of people can give you that prescription, such as, like a behavior therapist could, or a psychotherapist or a LPC could give you a prescription of a service animal that doesn't expire. And that's for, I don't know, PTSD, whatever.
Yeah,
So this
weird,
actually
like-
makes a lot of sense, because think about it. I remember I used to rent a 1-bedroom, and then my girlfriend moved in. They didn't raise my rate $40 a month or anything like that, So it's like, yeah, well, I know I have a dog, but we're dating.
Yeah, well, it's a service animal. It's servicing my dick.
Right, yes. I love that they explained to you that you can just be like, yeah, you can just lie to someone and just get the prescription, and then...
Yeah, your therapist? So you want this animal for what reason? You're going to start with your
I
therapist?
told my therapist that shit.
How many fucking dogs are on a couch now fucking talking to a therapist?
Yeah, right.
That's
Like,
all it is.
I can't see you. I'm also seeing your dog. Conflict of interest on this one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so apparently they go on to explain that once you get this prescription, every place has to allow you to have your animal with you. I mean, this is your boyfriend or your girlfriend to them, but they're like any restaurant, even in the hospital, they have to allow you to
Really?
bring, which at a certain point, I don't need my girlfriend around anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm getting better. I'm on the med to go away.
Wait in the
Okay.
car.
So this is the last clip I have, because they piggyback, no pun intended, off of this concept of getting a service animal that can stay in your apartment.
Can you imagine the Fair Housing Act, and then you apply for an apartment, you get in, you move in with your emotional support horse. The floor can safely support this horse, and the horse is house trained, and then they just can't get rid of you, and you just have a horse living in your apartment.
That'd be pretty great.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
That'd be pretty great, he said.
He'd be happy if just the horse's cock was there, not the whole horse.
Right.
Fucking psychos. This is like, this is allowed?
I don't think so. I think this is illegal. I'm pretty sure. but these guys have been doing this for a while. They actually have a more recent episode. I didn't want to get into it because I wanted to have fun.
Do they have T-shirts at least? What do they sell?
Oh, yeah, do they have merch? I would wear this merch. Some rumors get started pretty quickly when that happens, though. Guys, it's a joke.
Can't you just be gay?
It's not enough for me anymore. Yeah, so they have a recent episode. I didn't want to pull clips from because it was all about unaliving yourself.
Jeez.
So I assume the people in this community have some mental problems.
Yeah,
would be my guess.
definitely.
Yeah,
This is fucking weird.
it's
But
wild.
they have no merch, really?
I'm looking into it.
Yeah, look into that. Let's get Bob a shirt or a hat or something.
I heart horses.
Is your birthday coming up, Bob? I got you, buddy.
Hey, I told you, Bills are going to the Super Bowl. They will. Watch.
I'm starting to feel it. I don't want to jinx anything. Not that I believe in jinxing things or anything like that or superstition, but I thought Baltimore was going to be the harder test.
Yeah, and the whole thing is the refs can't really be that blatant in this game because they're totally going to be watched. It's not going to. I don't think it can be game changing.
They've done it before.
Yeah, but if they do, I'm done with it. I can't anymore. I'm going back to wrestling when it's fucking real.
Right? Yes, right. I'd rather watch WWE because it's like, all right, good. Somebody came with the script and I enjoy it.
Yeah,
it was well written.
As long as we all know that, it's fine. Real quick, let me take a timeout to say hello to Silent Shape, who gifted a Who Are These Podcast membership. Thank you very much, Silent Shape. Bob, after I go through these real quick, we have a phenomenal segment.
Okay.
Because there's this woman, Frenchie Hana, that we follow, and TikTok went away earlier this week.
For a day.
Yeah. And she had a tough go with that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into that. Dame Taft $5 says, producer Chris, top 3 Slayer albums. Dave, same question. Carl, hi.
Dave's not here. Oh, so that'd be Rain and Blood, South of Heaven, and Hell Awaits. I like the early stuff.
Hughes Entertainment is here with £5. Yo, Landau, what do you think of The Rock's Red One? I'll ask him for you, Hughes.
The Rock.
General Ocean Wolf, Tukey World Order, Tukey Taliban. Hey, yo, gentlemen. May your flow always be strong and your pants always dry. TWO for life.
Well said.
Tukey World Order. TWO.
Dave, call Carl a JDI. I'll let him know. High and tight. Take the D out of ABDL and it makes perfect sense. ABL. Adult baby lovers. Dame Taft, I wear a diaper strictly as a precautionary measure. One will last for up to 2 weeks sometimes. Well, good for you, Dame Taft.
That's a good idea.
Why waste them?
Right. Ape Shit Media, working with shat up your balls and back, comfy. Yeah, we did a guy who wears diapers at work earlier.
Really?
Bob. Yeah.
It's wild. Fucking nuts.
Tamaz from Michigan, Smegma. Am I right, Dave? Is that an inside joke to Dave about Smegma? Is that what you Michiganers are always chuckling about over there?
Always with the Smegma.
With your Smegma talk. Carissa, super sticker. Thank you very much, Carissa. We appreciate that. And we appreciate our friends over at Magic Mind. You've heard me talk about them a lot, but they just put out a brand new product. Now, I've been drinking this Magic Mind product, the Productivity Shot, for going on 2 years now. I drink one every morning, and it helps with my energy, my mental energy more than anything else. It gets me focused, gets me productive. Now they have a new product that helps you sleep. And this actually helps you get to sleep faster and you get to sleep harder, which was my experience.
They have a woman's voice in that thing?
No, you fall asleep without that. That's why it's so amazing, Bob.
You just make believe you're sleeping.
Yeah, you're not even hearing the story about what happened at work that day, and you can still fall asleep.
It's fucking gold.
It's a miracle product, I'm telling you. So even Bob approves of this. So it's 2025. Get your mental wealth in order, and the way you do that is with 2 shots a day, 1 in the morning for your productivity, and 1 at nighttime to help you sleep better. And for the first time, the productivity shot and the sleep shot is bundled. And this month you will get 45% off your order if you visit magicmind.co/WATP show Jan. That's 45% off the Magic Mind bundle, magicmind.co/WATP show Jan. 100-day satisfaction guarantee. Make 2025 the year you focus on your mental wealth. Take my word for it. I enjoy that product every day.
Yeah, but why do you need it when you're in this business?
Oh my gosh.
Your mental health.
I tell you, Bob, this is getting dumber and dumber every day.
It really is.
Should we start with Rob Saul? Maybe we should start there. I know you talked about the near show today.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It's like, hey, you can't come bring people. If you're telling your boss you can't come, somebody's coming and bringing 10 people because I had trouble with them on the internet, the guy's going to be like, I can't have this guy. You know what I mean? I don't need headaches, right?
Let me play you the clip and then let's talk about that. I don't know how much you got into it. I caught a lot of your show today, and I heard you addressing it, but I'm interested in your take on Rob Saul versus Chad Zumock. These people are the gifts that keep on giving.
Doom looks like a lady. Doom looks like a lady. Ooh.
You gotta love Doom.
Yeah,
he has the
Doom's
best
the best.
intros.
He's one of the best. They're all great.
You know. Nice podcast, stupid. Did you really call AC police on Chad? Listen, as far as Chad Zumock goes, and I see you and Deb making fun of me and calling me out on there, and do what you need to do.
Wait, there's the guy
and I
from the
don't
other
care.
show that was just on.
Yeah, isn't he on Zooier Than Thou? He's the third mic, right?
Damn.
Can you imagine he got fired from that show? He's all bitter about it.
You can talk about me. I'll block people and do what I need to do. But once you
I like that he starts off by saying, like, guys, talk all the shit you want. I will run scared
and call the police.
I will block you.
Start coming to my job and
buying
the
drinks
place
and
where
food.
I'm employed at and how I make my living, then yeah, that's taken seriously. Chad has a record of stalking people.
He stalks people with a pussy, not pussies. It's very different. No one wants to stalk you, Rob.
I did let my job know and the police know. And
all right, so let me back up real quick. So they're going to Atlantic City for the Super Bowl weekend again, and they're doing that Kill Kevin show. Didn't T.O. Hank give us a sticker? I think we have a sticker laying around that has the wrong year on it, but thanks T.O. Hank for sending that to us. The MLC. Yeah, you got it right there. So it's the second annual meetup for Atlantic City. Of course, Bob is not allowed within 50 miles of the event.
Well, I can go. I just can't go into that place. I mean,
I'm
that's why
joking.
I'm not going again, because I'm going to be banned from another place. So I'm not going
Right.
to. I can't. I like working down there.
So right, so they're doing some live podcast thing, and Chad says after the show, we'll all go over to where Rob works, and we'll order drinks and food and stuff from Rob. And Rob goes, "I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to tell HR that you're doing that." So this is where we're at right now.
Chad will be not welcome at my job. And if he does show up, then files will be charged with the
files will be charged.
Files
filed. We'll be filing some files.
Entering and ordering.
Yes, right. It's had, this guy wants 2 orders of chicken wings and 3 sauces on the side.
Wait a minute.
No way.
I know that order.
I want my mozzarella sticks, and I want them now. He's going to fuck
with the police. That's just the way it is. I mean, he can call it gay or whatever you want, but if Chad came to my house, would I call the police? No.
Would you serve him?
That is so backwards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes into an establishment where everyone's there to order food and drinks, and he does those 2 things, then in public, then you'll call the cops. When he comes to your house, you're okay with that?
Hey, come on in.
But he won't do that because he wants to come to my job where he knows that he can antagonize me and bully me. And if I
hold on a second. Rob's a bartender, right?
Yeah.
So what is he talking about? You're allowed to just go in and bully employees at a restaurant or bar?
Yes, sir. I do suck.
Here's the horrible drink I made for you. I'm sorry.
Saul, get in my office.
Come back at him. I'm risking losing my job and what how I make my money.
Wow. So he is one of these guys who thinks that Chad can get him fired from his job. This is the thing I made fun of about Chad years ago. You always say like, I know where you work and I'm going to get you fired. It's just like, well, that's not how that works at all. People are good employees. Some asshole from the internet calling their boss isn't going to do anything.
So yeah, those threats are taken seriously. Who got threatened? Well, yeah, I mean, when you tell people you're gonna bring a group of people to their job and say, "Serve me, bitch," and we're gonna run you around, and Chad's even said on past podcast he's going to get the managers involved and make sure all that. That's that's a threat that's to be taken seriously when you're fucking with someone's job. And
how insecure is Rob at his job that he thinks that if the guy goes, "Can I talk to your manager?" and Rob's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get fired." Like, I have a feeling this isn't the first person to complain about it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's skating on thin ice.
Right.
Wow.
This is weird.
Yeah.
How they pay their bills and how they pay their mortgage. So it is what it is.
With Chad when he's doing his job, because his job is podcasting, basically, right?
Right.
So it's the same thing. Just saying shit.
All this is talk, and the fact that so two things are true. Chad has a criminal record, and Chad is a liar. So I would think that the lying part outweighs the criminal record part in this case, where you go, well,
But
Chad's not going to.
He's playing him.
Of course he is. This is the same thing. I mean, this is part of his playbook, and the fact that Rob falls for this in order to get the police involved and his company involved.
Yeah.
It's like, this ain't for you, Rob, if this is how you're responding to this. This is all anyone's going to do to you now.
Yeah, can you imagine the cops going, okay, so what did he order? You know?
Yeah, right, exactly.
What's
That
gonna
sounds
happen?
good.
I'll take that too, sir.
Yeah, right.
So he said too much ice in his cocktail? Okay, yep.
We're on the case.
But I should remind everyone, because if you're just watching this in this context, you'd be like, well, why is he picking on Rob? Rob is the biggest asshole to everyone all the time. He calls everyone out and not even in a fun way. He's just an angry dude who calls people horrific names and goes after their wives.
Yeah.
He's going after my wife. He's going after Kevin Brennan's wife. He's going after Bob's wife. And in a vicious, vicious way. Now, Chad doesn't have girls in his life, so Rob couldn't do that to him, but he would have if that were a scenario.
So Chad's going after his mozzarella steaks and drinks.
Yeah, he doesn't have a wife, so Chad's going after
No,
the
but
next
it's
best thing.
hilarious. When you think about this, Chad is just going there, throwing it out there, and you're fucking biting on it. That's what it is. Sometimes you just got to, you don't need fucking bait on the hook with a lot of these people.
Oh, honestly, if you ignore Chad, he goes away.
No.
It's well documented.
Yo, Chad's your buddy. He was on your show. You can't badmouth him.
He did.
Now.
He did come on Point Devil
Yeah,
Point this
God.
past week. He wanted to set the record straight with us. But I mean, this is the thing. Like, he's just fueling this fire now, and he's going to get way more people talking about going to his place of employment.
Why don't you just take off that day?
That's a good point. Just get someone to cover your shift.
Exactly.
I can't afford it.
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, if Rob was smart, he would have shown up to kill Kevin and tried to fuck with them, because then they'd be like, well, I'm not working tonight. I'm actually here instead.
Let me talk to your manager.
Here I am. What's the problem? What seems to be the problem?
Scared of Chad Zumach personally, but Chad Zumach and a group of people coming to my job to cause a scene. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You really can't cause a scene anywhere. That's why bars have bounces and security. They're there for a reason. You're going into their house.
Right, Bob. I've been to lots of restaurants before. It's never the employees getting kicked out.
Yeah.
It's always the patrons who are causing a problem. They go, okay, you got to go. They're never just like, wait a second. You know this guy? He's fired. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Man of many inches, $2. This is a battle. Anyone come your work? It is war. Yes.
Well, it's not war. It's not war when you call the cops. It's not war.
Correct.
You know?
No, I do not work at Hard Rock, but F Chad for the record. Yes. No, I'm not. Is my
That sounds like a guy who's telling the truth.
Yeah.
No,
And then the body was just next to me when I woke up.
Let's see. I think there's more to this in a little bit. We skipped through this part.
Doom
is in the chat.
Rob, please clarify the statement you made here. Did the police say the acts were disturbing and alarming, or are those your own words? I can't get the. What do I got to copy and paste this? Everybody said it was. Yeah, they said it's alarming. The guy has a record for stalking, and if the guy, if the guy comes to my job, then there will be action taken, dude. Just I don't care. Talk.
He's realizing he's fucking lost the plot on this one.
I just the fucking guy.
Boss, there's a guy here.
He's placing an order.
Zoinks!
I believe there's 10 other ones with him.
Being very particular about his cocktail.
It's a gang.
He wanted another lemon.
I want him trespassed. We don't have plastic straws, sir. Stop making a scene.
It's paper. It's Jersey. God damn it.
Help me. You want to be tough guy and come confront me? Fine. Just stay away from my job. That's all I'm asking. I don't ask a whole lot, to be honest.
There's no.
I'm just asking you not to come.
Well, I agree that no one should go to people's place of employment. But if you work at a bar and people could just go in there and hang out there, then there isn't a problem here. Yeah. There's nothing Chad's going to be able to do to get you fired, Rob.
Come and fuck with my job. That's all. That's all. Is it that much of an ask? And I just wanted.
One thing I know about guys like Chad is if you tell them you don't like something, they'll stop doing it. Hey. That's the one thing I don't want you doing.
I'm sorry, I was out of line.
We'll stop immediately. I didn't realize, Rob. Okay.
So did I got it here? Yeah.
Okay, what is this?
This is what I'm clarifying from. And I just wanted so he knows he can't say, "Oh, I'm just popping up and just coming hanging out to have a drink." No, I want to let him know, I don't want you near me. I find your behavior very disturbing and alarming, and I don't want you there. But yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, and he's got it titled "What's the Truth?" or Doom. Is Doom actually a female? That's what I heard on Bob's show today.
Whoa.
I mean, I guess I just assumed it's
what
a
does
dude.
it matter if we're fucking? All right.
Someone's trying to change the subject right there. What about this Doom character? Anyone know anything about that person?
Yeah, I used to play Doom.
Because when I check my numbers, it's like my audience is 92% male and 8% female. I didn't think
so. There's 92 males and 8 females.
Doom was one of them, but yeah. What's the truth? Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, it's and that's a charge I could do now, which I opted against, which is disturbing and alarming contact. Disturbing and alarming contact.
Here's the thing, guys. Chris, also, this is him. What, 3 weeks before this is going to happen?
Yeah, this is Super Bowl weekend we're talking about.
Yeah, this is going to wait till this is going to get interesting when it gets a lot closer.
You think so? You think that there's going to be more threats being made?
Look at this. It's a madhouse now.
Yeah.
We don't even know who's playing.
Yeah, right. I don't understand why Rob is making a big deal about this. If I were the police and they're like, so he says he's going to show up to your work when? 4 weeks from now? Can you call us then? we got some shit to do between now and then, so we're not all that worried about it.
I should be back from my honeymoon then, sir.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
I can do that. It's not a big deal. I can do that, but I opted not to do that. But they said it was disturbing and alarming contact. But if he does show up at my job, it goes to a whole nother level. I wanted to make it clear he wasn't welcome.
Just fucking pull his pants down and blow him and say, now you're gay too. That's all you got to do. Now Chad's gay because you blew him.
Why are you so hard right now?
Exactly.
I'll show you.
I didn't want him. I was uncomfortable with him I am uncomfortable with him near me.
You just invited him to your house a second ago. What do you mean?
That's
You're
right.
comfortable near him. You're come to my house. Come on over.
Now all Chad has to do is bring what he said to there, and now, they're going to say, "I'm not dealing with this shit."
Correct. This is ridiculous.
Somebody lit a crack whore on fire 2 blocks from here. I don't have time for this shit.
Also, a good point. Atlantic City's got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
He says, Rob, leave the police alone. They have real issues.
Yes.
Listen. I don't want to get the police involved. My lawyer advised me to do it.
Okay, that's hilarious right there. This is another parallel with Aaron Imholt, where he's like, guys, my lawyer told me to do this. Okay, this is how this happens. You go to your lawyer with your sad sack tattletale bullshit, and they want nothing to do with this. They're an attorney. So like, all right, if you got a problem, call the police.
Right.
They'll all just push you off on that. Because like, you don't pay me to deal with Chad Zumock threatening to come to your work. Call the cops then.
And order drinks.
But do you know what I mean, though, Bob? It's not like his attorney called up and goes, hey, Rob, I just caught what Chad was saying. Listen what you got to do. Listen to me. Write this down. Call the police. Yeah. Tell them you're worried about his behavior. It's like, no, Rob obviously called his attorney to be like, what do I do? What do I do?
And the lawyer said, if he throws you in front of a car and you get hit, call me back.
Yes.
I really don't give
Otherwise, I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, if he cripples you somehow, yes, we have something to do.
He's like, I'm still trying to sue Kevin Brennan over jokes, so I'm kind of busy right now. Maybe you can...
Wait, is this happening too? These are both happening?
Well, he always claims that he's got his attorney working on some kind of suit against Kevin Brennan. Maybe it's criminal, maybe it's civil. Jeez. I don't even know. I know. It's not all these fucking assholes. Like you don't belong on the internet doing this if you go to police, if you go to attorneys, if you're filing lawsuits. Yeah, I'm talking to you, VTM. I saw him on your show today.
Yeah, like, if you're going to be tough behind, on the internet, you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean?
Vince said something on your show today, Bob, that I was like, oh wow, I got to take note of that.
Okay, why?
Because he goes, yeah, it's like, did I react when John went to the board and tried to get me in trouble and get my law license taken away? I'm like, yeah, you sued him for $12.5 million. You definitely reacted to that.
Yeah.
But I was cool about it.
He's trying to act like he's above all of this. It's like, no, you do the exact same shit.
You teased him for how long? And then he finally did something. And you see, this is what happens. It's a sick world. It really is.
Guys, it's the internet. All right. We're all just doing shows. Relax.
Yeah.
I think Rob called a cop and they said, just call your lawyer.
Yeah.
So it's like, ask your mother.
They're both, they're both trying to push it off. What did your mom say you should do?
By next week, it'll be like, I talked to my landscaper and he told me that I should do this.
My bookie says that take the Chiefs, but also that this is disturbing behavior.
I really didn't. Even Anon producer said to me, and
even Anon producer. Listen to this again. So he's getting advice from all the good.
Wait a minute, hold on. This is the funniest fucking thing right there. Dr. Scotty Jones, Tattleverse.
Yes, we're entering the Tattleverse. Thank you.
Oh,
what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Fuck yeah.
Stop it with this shit.
Do it. I really didn't. Even Anon producer said to me, and I consider him a close confidant in this world.
Anon producer, my close confidant, said.
Anon producer said to me, don't, you're just going to cause more trouble.
What is Anon?
Anonymous, I would imagine.
Okay. What is that place? That is for drugs? Anon? What
you're thinking of Al-Anon.
Yeah, you're thinking of Al-Anon.
I don't know.
A support group.
I'm a non-producer.
Anon producer. I wish you'd do some producing over there.
Yeah, I told you.
It's once you start going and you're trying to get people in trouble and get them jammed up at their job. Like for me, it's like I have a good job. I don't want to lose it.
Well,
you
so
obviously
what made
don't
you want to go into this. Like, why would you come in fucking guns blazing?
Yep.
And then when things are not going your way, you have to, you just don't do that.
Well, Rob Saul's the same guy who will be like, look, I put myself out there. I'm not hiding behind a potato filter or blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, yeah, all right, well, people know where you work and they're going to go fuck with you. What the fuck? Why is that happening?
Yeah.
Because you put yourself out there. You're talking all this mad shit on the internet.
And Cardiff has to put that. Have you seen him in person? Nobody would come in. They'd be terrified to look at that.
Are you kidding me? How many views would he get on Rumble? Even less than he's getting now, which is wild to think about.
Fucking big animal.
It was actually it was human resources at work that said it first. And the police just agreed to him. I say
I'm sorry. As soon as you get human resources involved in issue you have with Chad Zumock, you've lost.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, didn't the guy that got thrown out of the Eagles thing that was yelling at the lady at the Green Bay, wasn't he human resource? Like, wasn't he in charge of that? Like, kind of making sure that that's what, people didn't talk to people like that at work.
Yeah, he was a project manager for a DEI company. So they're all about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And there he is calling this woman a dumb C word over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not very inclusive of you, sir.
Exactly.
Not really getting the equity part of this down, but that's your team, Bob.
Hey, man, it's not really. That's not.
Philly. That's Philly for you.
That's where I live near. That's it.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Baltimore Colts fan way back in the day. They left.
Jesus.
That's it. No more.
Holy shit.
I like watching football when
You
it's
still
not.
got your Johnny Unitas jersey? What are we talking about here?
Yes, Jim O'Brien. Best kicker in the game.
Kicker from the 50s. favorite football player.
I don't know if you ever heard of Mike Curtis, motherfuckers.
All right. We got to shift gears because, Bob, you're going to find this character fascinating.
Okay.
Welcome to Pure Genuine, where we dive into authentic experience like never before. Yes.
I love the energy.
Yes, it's your host right here, Frenchie Hanna. Yes.
All right. So Frenchie just did a show yesterday. Thanks to Catherine from Vancouver for sending this over to me. This is pure gold because Frenchie had a meltdown when TikTok went away.
Oh, no.
And then TikTok came back. And so this has been a roller coaster of emotion that Frenchie has been in.
We are going to talk about TikTok. How
Is that a
TikTok
Black Ray
got
DeVito?
banned.
I haven't
Yes.
seen anything that
Short
slow
answer,
in a
yes.
long time.
It's a Black Ray DeVito, but dumber.
No way. You fucking just
I
stop it.
swear to
What?
God.
Now you're lying too?
Sounds like hyperbole, but I promise you.
My God.
We are going to talk about TikTok. How TikTok got banned for a couple hours and now it is back like nothing never happened. What's up with that?
I love the way Frenchie talks. It's amazing to me. English is this person's first language.
If I talk that slow, I'd be doing 7 hours every day just to babble for what I go through. This is the slowest talking man, right?
Well,
Okay.
it's a she,
Okay.
but we did find out recently that she used to be a man.
Okay.
And I don't know what she's kept and what she's
so
gained along the
So,
way.
Wait, it started. Okay. What did she started as? Wait, he started as a man.
Right.
Now,
According to her, she is now a she, but she was a dude. Actually, there's another parallel with Ray DeVito. We found out she was in a really bad accident at one point.
oh my God.
So there might be something similar going on here.
How far away did they take her to the hospital? Was it 45 miles? Why would they take me to that hospital? When I hear Ray, just fucking lay back there and shut the fuck up.
All right, so she did a 24-hour TikTok stream when TikTok was going to go away. And I guess a lot of people were doing that to be like, oh, we're standing with TikTok or whatever. And she's trying to figure out
24 hours.
She's trying to figure out when did TikTok actually get banned in the US?
Didn't even give us until 12 a.m. Like, it shut off at 5 p.m. Well, for me, it shut off at 5:20. If I want to say exact, it was 5:24. Yes, you guys, it was 5:24. Yes. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what is going on right here? Walter, where's my phone?
I wish all women would talk that slow.
Oh, it's right here.
It's right next to your balls.
Yeah, if all women talked like that, you could leave the room, come back, and the story's still going. Like, didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah, then what happened? Okay. So I like the idea that the reason why it was 5:24 is because even her clock is slow. You're going to love this. She's reading the note that she saw on TikTok when they took it away. And Bob, you might be a better reader than Frenchie
Really?
Hanna. Yeah, I'm throwing it out there.
We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to resonate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned.
Stay
Now it says
tuned.
learn more, close app. You guys.
Bob, you would know the word resonate, right?
Resonate, yeah. I mean, it's after 7. But the whole thing is that I found a new news person for my show. This would be perfect.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you two should team up. This would be fantastic. All right. So this is like a Dr. Seuss thing that Frenchie goes into here.
It's not even 12 a.m. yet. Not on the East Coast, not on the West Coast. Like, what is going on? Not Midwest, not down south.
Don't push it.
Nowhere in, not even north.
It's not midnight on the coast. It's not midnight with some toast. Well played. It's not midnight in the West. It's not midnight in a vest. What is she doing right there? North and South have nothing to do with time zones.
Exactly.
They're not coasts.
She's very dumb. Okay. So let's find out when she found out TikTok was going away. Because all the rest of us all knew this. This has been a pretty big news story going on for quite some time.
I don't know how I was super, super late on this, but everybody knew about this for 2 weeks. And I just knew about it. I knew about this for 2 days ago.
Is this Rob's boss?
2 days
Wait
ago.
a minute. This is all 2 weeks.
It might be.
This is what I love about Frenchie is this has nothing to do with why TikTok went away. It's when she found out.
Yeah.
This goes on for a bit.
Yeah, this is what she's
It's all
focused
about
on.
you. I love it.
Days ago. When did I yesterday? Yeah, 2 days ago, you guys. 2 days ago. That was what, Wednesday?
Oh, you don't need to know the day.
Yes.
It's 2 days ago. Don't go backwards like that.
Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, you guys. Thursday was the day I found out.
Who fucking cares?
This episode was recorded on Tuesday.
Yeah. You know, it would be good if somebody can do this for me, please. Okay,
Yeah.
you Clippers. Go into that thing which he was just going off about. Also get Ray, put him in that chair next to her and just going, I didn't know. I don't want to be involved with this. So if you can put that together, you Clippers, please.
Create a conversation between those two. That'd be
Exactly.
amazing.
That's the fucking greatest show in the world.
Well, you might be onto something because she's going to try to figure out some math right now. She wants to figure out how many hours, because she's seeing 12s everywhere. She's like, wait a second, we're supposed to go off at 12 a.m. and I found out about it at 12 noon. And there's all these different things. Maybe there's a pattern going on.
Like, what? Like, what? Wait, what is 12 a.m. to 12? Let's see, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Somebody cut some fingers off her. I can't stay all day.
Okay, no, never mind.
What the fuck is going on?
But you guys, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Show off.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
My
11.
God.
Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. I was
Forget about it.
thinking, like, was that 12 hours exactly from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m.? But it's not.
What?
She was trying to figure out if it was 12 hours from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m.
But she was trying from 12 to 12 before.
Right. So let's see. What's 12 to 12? That's probably like 6.
That's how Frenchie warms up. I love watching Frenchie, but watching Bob meet Frenchie is amazing.
Yeah, this is
amazing.
fantastic. This is a real person. And she's talking about the people who are involved in getting TikTok reinstated in this country.
And then we had Elon Musk. Then we had Mark Zuckerberg or Mark Wahlberg. I mean, or Zuckerberg, one of them two.
Yeah, one of them.
Wahlberg.
One of them.
No, Mark Zuckerberg.
One can't go out in the sun. The other one makes hamburgers.
The Facebook guy.
Whatever.
Wahlberg. New Kids on the Block was there. I don't remember all the details. It's amazing. Here, she's talking about the owner of the Dodgers. Now, that's Frank McCourt, who is also, he used to be the owner of the Dodgers, but he's another billionaire who's looking at maybe purchasing TikTok.
Dodgers want to own it. He's one of the members off of Shark Tank. I forget his name, but I have
I know him. Yeah.
face in my eyes, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
I have his face in my eyes, but I don't remember his name.
He's right on the tip of my nose. I just can't think of it. The bald guy, you know, the guy on Shark Tank. That's bald. That's the guy that wants to buy it.
Bob, listen to this clip and try to figure out what Frenchie is trying to communicate here.
Everybody wasn't being in that like job, like action camera format. They were breaking character and talking to us like not in character as what their job title is for.
Basically, that's all I got. I think she's saying who's supposed to be in character, like who's supposed to act like they are on TV, but they weren't. Is that what she was trying to say?
She's talking about TikTokers. And she's talking about all these TikTokers who are concerned about TikTok going away and doing these long streams. And she says action camera format.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think words aren't good. This is what I always say too, Bob. And people, sometimes they watch a little bit of Frenchie and they start to feel bad for him or her. But remember, no one's forcing this person to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok account and try to talk into a camera.
And if they are, they're a genius.
Exactly.
If they are, I owe you a bunch of money.
I'd like to fuck her brains in.
When's Frenchie going to introduce her guest to the two pillows?
The twins. The twins. So she must collect disability, right? There's no way this person's employed. We find out she has her.
No,
yeah, no, we find out she has her master's degree, just like Hooray.
I hope she don't work at a fast food place because it wouldn't be fast. But, you know, it would be like she'd be fired right away.
You go on Tuesday because you want a burger on Thursday.
You ordered this. Let me see.
She's working.
The 11. That was 1, 2, 3.
You guys, stop rushing me.
Wait, didn't you order this 2 days ago? Wait, yesterday? That's one. Here's another one that's just amazing.
And that neural cord mess up our body neural alignment. It messed it all up.
She got scoliosis, I think.
In her brain.
Yeah, this is like weird.
Yeah. Hey, doctor, dumb it down for me. I don't understand this medical mumbo jumbo that you're speaking right now.
It's like I feel like Chief. I want to put a pillow over her head at the end of the movie, you know?
Yes.
At the beginning of the movie.
They took her brain.
Yeah. I want you to maintain your dignity. Well, never mind. Just stop talking. All right. This one is awesome. This might be the clip of the day right here because it starts with some very insightful and astute questions about what really happened with TikTok.
Okay.
What is going on? Now I wonder. Supreme Court and government. Is the Supreme Court government? Is the Supreme Court another part of the government? Or was it just the government all in all?
Oof.
I feel like the government had something to do with this.
You think?
Wow. She's on to something.
Yeah, she's gotten to the bottom of this whole TikTok thing. The government might be involved, and the Supreme Court might be a part of the government, or had something to do with it anyway. Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
This woman has never read anything, obviously.
I love Lady Ray. I fucking love her.
Isn't she great?
She did. How many does she have? Like, does she have a ton of these?
Yeah, she's been doing different types of shows for years now.
This is gold. This woman is gold.
It's amazing. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if she starts to talk about the theory of relativity and getting into Einstein talk, she'll probably sound more intelligent. And that's what happens in my next clip where she's talking about conspiracies, how she likes conspiracies and conspiracy theories.
Weather, outer space, you know, MC squared, all of that, like MC equals whatever.
Yeah, you don't need the answer.
Yeah, it's close enough. MC equals whatever.
MC hammer.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
The teacher gives you a B minus. Like, all right, you were close to a formula there. It's fine. We got you. Well, she's fired up that TikTok is back, and she's ready to do something big on TikTok.
You guys, I'm going to be the biggest TikToker. Yes, YouTube is still here. Yes, I'm never going to leave YouTube. This video is going on to
Unless
YouTube
you come to my work.
right here. Yes, this
Right.
podcast episode is going on to YouTube. I'm going 10 times harder onto TikTok than I have ever had. They can't do this to us. I'm glad I did not go to Red Note.
Now, what's hilarious about this is that she has 19 followers on TikTok. She's going to go 10 times harder. She can get up to almost 200 followers if she really puts her time and effort into
They
this.
would have never found her over there. They would have never looked.
Oh, the only way I found her on TikTok is because thank God there was a Linktree link in her description of this episode, because you can't find anything that she's up to over there.
But this is gold. Like, does she ever have a guest with her? Or I hope not. You see, it's better without.
Bob, she brings on the craziest people. I'm talking like Jerry Springer 1998 level guest. She has a bearded lady who's been on a couple of times. It's wild. This show is something else. I can't recommend it enough. All right, so she gets some life-changing news in the middle of her show. She looks down at her phone, gets an email, and she's blown away.
You're invited to join TikTok Shop. Join now and earn commissions from sellers. Wait.
What?
I could be a
Akabubadaga?
TikTok salesperson right now.
Whoa! Yes!
I just got it. Well, I got it at 3:07 p.m. today. Hold on, you guys. I was going to tell you guys something else.
So this is very exciting. She could be a TikTok salesperson today. And I will tell you, the next 7 minutes of the show is her staring at that email and reading it back and forth and going, wait, do I want to be a TikTok salesperson? So she was very excited that she realized that's probably not the job for her.
Or any job.
This is a fun one. She's very upset with the government.
This is her job. This is it.
Why did you do that? Why did you guys do that? Government, Supreme Court, Donald Trump. Why did you do that? You scared the whole United Nation of America.
The United Nation of America.
The whole United Nation of America was scared. Why would they do that to us?
I pictured Trump and the government and the Supreme Court just waiting to answer. They're like, oh, she's still talking. Okay, never mind.
Oh, if she was in front of Congress someday, like dressing them down. How could you let this happen? And you know what I heard? I heard the Supreme Court's part of the government. Is that true? Can someone give me answers? Maybe she wouldn't be that animated. I have a little supercut here. I'm going to play it for you because she goes through and explains all of the things she went through when TikTok went away. She didn't realize it was going to come back. And so she was freaking out. And this meant a lot to her. This is a total meltdown.
Literally, we were really out of our body. Listen, you guys, didn't it feel like we were in third person?
What?
Not first.
Not second.
We were in third person. I didn't know how to process, start getting anxiety, lightheaded, anxious. Oh my gosh,
Ancient?
that was crazy yesterday. And I went on there and I went live. It just didn't feel the same. It just didn't feel the same as TikTok. And, you know, right after that, I cooked some food. My food didn't even taste the same.
Because it
I
took
was
2 days to
so
cook, you slow fuck.
upset. I just really, really couldn't do it at all. And I just like gave up. Like I really gave up. Literally. I was like, I'm done.
On this sentence?
Give up on the podcast. Sounds like she didn't have the will to live. When TikTokers gone, food doesn't taste the same. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
She tried other apps. It wasn't enough for her. She couldn't function.
It's hard.
Could you imagine her being less functional?
Yeah, I couldn't think straight.
That's got to be a nightmare. So one more clip on here, and you know, she feels for the TikTok creators.
Yeah.
Who, you know, that was their living and that's what they were doing. It just seems like this is probably an inappropriate thing to say right after the LA fires.
People lost their fan base. People lost their community. People lost the money that they were making on TikTok. Now they got to start all over again.
They lost their life, you fucking idiot.
People lost these promotions, these deals that they're doing with different companies. Now they got to start all over.
I gotta love the people who their home and all of their neighbors' homes were completely wiped out. There's nothing left. And they're like, oh no, did you lose some of your followers on TikTok? Yeah. Oh, gee.
Look, our house isn't burnt down. You want to get on TikTok from here?
Yeah. Did you have TikTok insurance for your followers? Maybe you should have planned ahead a little bit. So that was really a traumatic event for our friend Frenchiana.
Yeah. She's the best. This is like amazing to see this.
This was one of her best episodes. One of her when she interviews people, it's fun because she gets on some guests that really just don't know what to do with her. They don't know what to make of her.
Yeah, they usually interrupt her and just bulldoze.
Yeah, because she doesn't get out a question or anything.
No. Yeah, I like her by herself. I can tell that this is better when she's by herself.
That is true.
It's more confusing.
Her trying to make sense of the world I could watch in real time all day long. It's fun. Bob, have you been following what Opie's been up to lately?
He's fucking unleashed. That's all I hear.
That's right.
Ba, 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 ba. Skunk fart.
You know, before I talk to you about what Opie is up to, I should mention Levyverse on YouTube. People should go support Bob Levy and his show and his channel.
We're having fun there. We're watching Scared Straight Behind the Wall from 78 because we want to teach people today that it ain't easy, motherfuckers.
So get behind the paywall, Levyverse, and you guys are doing shows, what, almost every day, right?
Yeah, fucking the horse is running every day, man. We're having a good time now.
Awesome. Well,
We're
get
up to
over there.
150 live now, motherfucker. Pretty
Whoa.
soon, 160.
It's moving.
Taking over the world.
You want to be there early. You want to be the person who was there who can call out the newbies. Say
Exactly. When you come in one by one, we'll be there to call you out.
That's right.
Where were you?
Now, a guy who already has a ton of subs on his channel is Opie with 147,000 subs on his channel. It's pretty wild. And just look at his last couple of videos he's put out. He's got Anthony could have been bigger than Joe Rogan. You blew it. You have Opie and Anthony. We blew it. He has I was weak for not leaving the Opie and Anthony show. So it's all Anthony, Opie and Anthony, Opie and Anthony. This is a crazy video. I watched Blind Mike talk about this because in this video, Opie declares he should have left Opie and Anthony in the year 2000. He's like, I should have stood up for myself and just left the show in 2000.
Wait a minute. How many years ago was that? Let me see. 2019, 18, 17.
Monday, Tuesday.
So this guy is claiming he would have been better off. Opie and Anthony didn't make much money at all. before the year 2000, it was mostly just a Boston show. So the fact that he says that is retarded.
That was NEW time, right? That was big.
Yeah, it's probably right around when they signed with NEW.
And they were they were on NEW. They were serious. XM was around then, right? Right around
XM was years after that.
2000, because I remember when I was doing Stern, they were on.
Right.
They were on XM.
And that was 06, 07?
02, I went. Well, we went over 04, something like that.
Yeah.
They were there before us.
They were on XM before Howard said of the thing. Then he's got the truth about Anthony's problem with Bill Burr, some more Anthony stuff, and then Opie, are you scared of Jim Norton's man wife? We played that on the show with Anthony this last episode, where it's just Opie looking for an excuse to call out Jim's wife.
It's unbelievable.
The chatter, the free chatter said that, so that's why I said it.
You know what the amazing thing is? Even my wife has a bigger dick than you, Opie. Shut the fuck up.
So he's doing, like you mentioned, Bob, he's unleashed in New York City, and he's got this little video clip that's Opie kicked out Plaza Hotel, NYC, during live stream. This has got to be wild.
Did they wrestle him to the floor?
I would imagine, yeah. They probably had to bring reinforcements.
It's hit or miss if you can go inside or not.
So let's see what happens here. I'm going to fast forward to where the altercation starts.
Why? This is like an iconic New York place.
Because you don't have permission to film inside the car.
But could you explain why for the people out there?
Because I fucking told you, motherfucker. That's why.
Yeah, Opie thinks he's being so edgy right now, talking to this guy who's escorting him out of the building. Like, oh, but come on, man. I'm just filming for my people.
Yeah. If it was, you want to be edgy, take a picture when he's taking a piss. Go, come on, let me just I want to take a picture with it. You know what I mean? Come on.
He's made that mistake before, Bob.
Yeah. Hey.
He loves whipping his phone out in the bathroom.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
Permission to, but isn't this a public space?
It's actually not.
It's not a public space.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Do you know where Trump did his cameo in here? Offhand, in the hallway for Home Alone 2?
We do not have permission to film this. I'm sorry.
I have permission to film whoever I want.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, he's going for the walkie-talkie. He's going for the walkie-talkie.
Do like 10 minutes why they call it walkie-talkie now.
Walkie-talkie. Bob, you probably didn't think walkie-talkie was funny, but when he said walkie-talkie.
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? You didn't have to walk to be able to talk. Like somebody could be in the other room. So I don't know why they named. Go ahead. Go into it.
Yeah. What's your tight 5 on walkie-talkies?
Yeah. Come on. Let's stretch it a little. Stretch it.
He's acting like he's playing with this guy. He's being played.
Oh, he's going for the walkie-talkie.
You can't be saying that when you're backing up. You can't.
Right, yeah. You're not oh, yeah, you want me out of here? Oh, yeah, is that what you want?
How about this? I throw myself out, you piece of shit.
Right. Retard. He's a 61-year-old man.
Everybody's insane. I'm the most normal fucking one.
You are.
At this point.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
When you get escorted out of a building, you get escorted out of a building.
Yeah, I'm not allowed back. I'm not allowed.
He's going for the walkie-talkie. That guy's whole job. He just went from me to the next person.
Yeah. He's a security guard at the building. What do you mean? Opie acts like he's above that. He's like, this guy's whole job. Opie, your whole job is not getting paid to walk around and film New York City. Yeah. Think about that. Who's the one with the free time? This guy's at work. What are you doing?
How do you go to dinner and go, "Hon,
don't film in there"?
Well, I walked into a hotel and how do you explain shit? You
didn't watch my stream?
Yeah. I mean, he had a walkie-talkie.
And I said walkie-talkie. And then Bill in the Bronx gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah. Now Opie's like, Levy coming after me now. No, I'm fucking just making comments about it. I'm laughing. That's it.
We're just responding to what you're putting out there, Opie. You're the one curating this.
Everybody's so sensitive. Fucking wash your fucking pussies.
That's why I started the segment showing you this is his channel. He's curating this for us. He wants his viewers to watch this stuff. He thinks this is the best of Opie right here.
He just went from me to the next person. Don't film in there. They get really, really mad. Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So he has to annoy people or just mind their own business and walking in.
They get really, really mad. Isn't that so stupid?
Whatever. It ain't easy being the upstart, I'll tell you, kids.
What is he trying to accomplish is my question right there, where he's just sighing. He's just like, oh, I can't even do my pranks in the city anymore without security.
Wait till next
getting
week. I'm
involved."
running up the Rocky steps.
It's going to go wild, man. People are going to lose their minds over it. All right, so now he's talking about Joe Rogan. There's 2 videos in a row about Joe Rogan. And I think that Opie's always looking for what are people talking about? What's the big news?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan was at the inauguration, so he's like, all right, I got to get my Joe Rogan videos out there. Now, remember, Opie knows Joe Rogan. Joe's been on his show multiple times. Opie was on Joe's show. He should have some insight, things that you and I wouldn't know, Bob.
Never. Mm-hmm.
Does Rogan wish he could chill like Opie? Opie taller too. Oh my God. I talked about this.
Take that, Joe.
Look, I said it. I'll say it again here. This guy obviously watches my shit. I was fortunate enough. I have to say that to have Joe Rogan on the show many times in the past. I couldn't believe how short he was.
He's shot.
But with
So Opie's in the basement of Gebhard's Beer Culture in Manhattan with his 2 buddies talking about that. Get this. Joe Rogan is short.
Since when?
What? Who? No one knew that until just now.
Damn it.
This is a guy who met Joe. He must know what he's talking about.
that said, he would knock out my teeth with his pinky.
He would probably just like
he would do
squeeze you with his knee.
He would do Ron's little what is it?
Here's a pint of blood.
He would do
a pint of blood.
1, 2. And then I couldn't believe how short he was that I took a
little quart of blood.
I took a little peek at his
Wainer?
at his shoes.
Oh.
And he was fooling around with
little eights. You got some eights on?
He had some little action down there to try to push up his height.
This is amazing information that he's putting out there right now, Bob.
This should have been an hour show call.
How does this now have 1.5 million views on it? It only has 640. I mean, come on. We're finding out that Joe's good at fighting, that he had little heels on his shoes. He's not a tall man. Incredible.
And then the other one was Kevin Hart. Oh my God.
Hold on. Kevin Hart's short too?
They used to call him Little Kevin, and I thought they were just fucking with him because he was able to dunk. This is bullshit.
Right, like how you call a bald guy curly, but it turns out he really is small.
Short little motherfucker.
I'm not even that tall of a guy.
Either.
You don't think Kevin Hart's funny?
I've never laughed.
Wait, put your mic up a little bit. You never laughed at the Kevin Hart? What do you think, Ron, as a comedian? Overrated?
Oh no, he's just a little clown. He's a clown.
Yeah, he's not my cup of tea.
Wow, what an insider Opie is.
What is your cup of tea? It is not much tea that people drink here in the States. You get Lipton and you live with it.
By the way, do you know that Ron the waiter guy that was just talking? Have you ever run into him or met him?
Oh, the guy in the middle?
Yeah.
The imitation Artie look with the hat. That's it. You know, Artie always had like that. Was it a giant hat on or something like that?
Yeah, he's supposedly a stand-up.
I don't know.
I didn't think so.
I don't pay attention to many anymore anyway, but I would, you hear about things. You hear what's going on.
This is what Opie has now as far as his co-hosts go. Well, let me play one more video. This is Joe Rogan is no George Carlin. Now that he's all in with Trump, and there's a image of George Carlin on this thumbnail. Let's see his hot take here on Joe Rogan.
Now we got to figure out who we give demand to today.
Oh, this is something else that he does, Bob. It's fun. He does a who the man, who the man, who the man. And he tries to decide who the man is that day.
Is that his ring light on behind him? Okay.
Yeah. It's so frustrating.
I was like, that's the gayest moon I ever seen. I never had one like that around here.
It's a whole moon.
Yeah.
Whole moon. Do you see the way he's framed in this, Bob? Where he's literally in the bottom third of the video.
Yeah.
There's something psychological about this. He sees himself as small. He sees himself as not worthy. Like, the city's so big and mass, and I'm just this guy. Like, dude, sit up in your fucking chair and adjust your camera so that you're looking into it like a normal broadcaster would.
He wants you to see that this is what I see every day, you poor son of a bitches.
Yeah, and Opie, everyone who's going to see this view that you have has seen it. We get it.
Yeah.
Do something else. Close the blinds so we don't have to see your stupid reflection of your ring light. Guys, the $20 fucking ring light.
Give it to Joe Rogan for being invited to the inauguration. Look, man, now this isn't jealousy. This isn't bitterness. I think it's stupid when a comedian supports a politician. I always thought that. And
You're an American citizen. You know.
No, he's a comedian first, Bob, and he can't be doing that sort of thing.
Oh my
and man, if Joe Rogan didn't have an about face on the Trump, I
have to say this. I've said this before. Opie doesn't know who Joe Rogan is. He doesn't know anything about him. He has no clue what his show is. He's going, man, are you call yourself a comedian? Well, he's also an MMA commentator. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen when Trump shows up to a UFC event, the place goes fucking nuts for him.
It's like Beatlemania.
He's the biggest celebrity that walks into that place that's full of celebrities, and everyone loves it. And so there's a reason why Joe is supporting this. His buddy Dana White's there too. He's hanging out with him.
Mm-hmm.
All of his buddies. Elon Musk is there.
I remember the Joe Rogan. He was questioning everything, and he was like, no.
Pretty good Joe impression.
Was that a Dice impersonation or a Joe Dice, maybe? That new guy, Joe Dice?
I think he was doing Joe Rogan right there.
I thought it was Dice. Was it?
I'm a truth teller, man. That's what most comedians would tell you if you asked them. I'm a truth teller, man. Well, truth tellers, I think true tellers do not support an individual politician. But man, with Joe Rogan at the inauguration in a talks, he's all in.
He dressed appropriately for the event.
He's all in.
What do you mean? He's wearing a suit, by the way.
He wanted to wear a flannel shirt, but they were like,
right. Not everyone could be. Who's that politician who wears the baggy hoodie to everything?
From Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Fetterman.
Yeah, right. Fetterman. Not everyone could be dressed like a slob at these things.
He looks like a homeless monster.
That's appropriately. But also, let's not forget that Joe was all in on Bernie Sanders, had him on the show, endorsed him, said he would vote for him or did vote for him or whatever. And if it was Bernie Sanders' inauguration, Joe would have been there. So it's not like this thing where it's just like, oh my gosh, he's so MAGA now. It's like, I think he just supports like what they're trying to do.
He's in full lopping mode with the Trump. A lot of these guys will go, my biggest influence in comedy was George Carlin. Well, you didn't learn much from Mr. Carlin.
See, this is such a weak point right here because he's not connecting Joe Rogan to George Carlin.
Nope.
He doesn't have a quote of Joe Rogan going, I just want to be like Carlin, or something like that. Then he'd be like, now you're hanging with politicians. You suck. It's just like a lot of these guys would say this. And next thing you know, the thumbnail is George Carlin and Joe Rogan is no George Carlin is the title. Joe Rogan's never claimed to be George Carlin.
No,
So
he's not tall enough to be.
No, he's not
We
tall
knew that
enough.
years ago.
And he doesn't know the weather well enough.
Yeah.
George Carlin isn't down there in Washington back in the day.
He's dead.
Lapping the asses of politicians. Nah, and nah.
This is the stuff that he puts out, Bob. He thinks this is his best stuff that he wants to show off.
I can use a guy like you in the Levy verse.
You hear that, Opie? You're being recruited. Next thing I know, I'm going to be watching Bob's show next week. It's going to be him with Frenchie Hanna and Opie. What the fuck?
Frenchie,
TikTok
tell us about the
salesman.
weather. this that would be the fucking greatest. Look, man.
That would be amazing. You should get Ray DeVito and Frenchie together.
Oh, God, that would be
Get those two to team up. Meeting of the minds.
Somebody
What's
Shut
going on-
up! Wait,
What's going on over here?
Hey, Carl, I think you should create a new show for me and Jenny. You can call it The Boob Off, and we can converse about serious topics that involve boobs. It's time the ladies take charge. On say how for barge side.
Can I be in on that? I saw John's boobs in his bag. I'm scarred for life.
Boob face burpee. Cheesy. Oh, oops, little baby. Wieners up a blind. Momo might watch my Tourette's boobs.
Nice.
That's a real boob off that we just had. Did you see? So point
I
Devil
seen your
point.
wife's boobs on that episode. What the hell? Yeah, she's been hiding those goddamn milkers.
I swear, so I don't know what happened, but I guess I got the angle right or something because
Finally.
yeah, their super cut was made from Mentor Math. Thank you, Mentor Math, for doing that.
He's the best. I like him.
Jenny
He's
Jiggles.
Jenny Jiggles, yes,
Yeah.
is a new star in the Dabbleverse. Props to her. I've noticed that your friend Vince is
He's not really my friend.
no, I know.
You know, it's like having a fucking, you know, he's just evil, you know. Look, do I know he's a piece of shit? Yeah, I do. But, you know, once in a while he's okay, you know, but do I trust him? No.
No, nobody
He's
does.
little
He's a
and
pathological
evil.
liar.
I don't hang out with people Joe Rogan size. Sorry.
Well, he is in full damage control mode right now. And he went on your show today, and now he's all over my show. First off, Erica Ann. Good afternoon, gents. Glad I caught this live. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Erica Ann, how are you? Hope you're doing well.
And now let's read a whole bunch of notes that are all from VTM. He says, well, look what we have here, the Trader Network.
Okay. Fuck it. Dollars.
Eric Demery.
Demery, yes.
Being LGBT is not an achievement to have pride for. Okay, that's not VTM, but yes, good point, Eric.
That's Eric.
But there's ESO. Carl, missed chilled in your basement. See you in 7 to 9 years. And ESO again. Carl, thank you for supporting Phil Russo's crazy theory. And here is Jenny's Jugglers. Who's the mom wife now, huh? Oh, that might actually be Jen.
Jen.
Wait, did someone take her shirt off in that photo?
Yeah, I think that was on Dabblers.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with these people?
I'm heading over there now.
Jenny's Jug. Opie has a mom wife too. I didn't realize this was going on. Carl's not gay. Here's 2 reasons proving Carl's not gay. All right. Wow, Vince is having a lot of fun with this.
He'll get you $2 at a time.
He will. That's great stuff. Well, Bob, I want to thank you again for coming on the show today. This has been a lot of fun.
This was fun. This is
been
fun.
too long.
Just you know what I mean, having a good time. That's what it's all about. And if you don't believe that, go suck my dick, you haters in the chat. I don't give a fuck. Eat this cock. Yeah.
Everyone likes you with the chat, Bob.
I know. Just in case there was one. Just in case there was one.
Just in case.
Hold on, I got to take care of this. I do this on every show. Magic 8-Ball, get back in the coffin. You get back in the fucking. All right, I'm done.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Very
Love
good.
you.
Bob, love you. Everyone check out Levyverse on YouTube. Support
Go
Bob
Bills.
Show. Go Bills.
Yeah.
See you in the Super Bowl, baby.
Bills and Eagles. Peace.
Peace. The great Reverend Bob Levy. I think that's the first time he was on WTP show proper.
Yeah.
He's been on the bonus show before doing John's book, patreon.com/Who Are These Podcasts.
It was a treat.
That was a treat. And while we're treating ourselves, why don't we bring in Annie, our review girl? What's up, Annie?
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Good to see
hello.
you.
Good to
and
see
it was good
you
to see
as
Bob on
well.
the show.
Yeah, always good to hear from him. Him and I have been communicating quite a bit. We just haven't been able to work out a time and finally figured this out. So I'm glad we did that. Of course, we had Dave Landau on the program today, if you're tuning in late. So we did a little schedule change in order to accommodate Dave, who does his show later. And we'll be back on our regular schedule on Wednesday. Although we're going to change it up a little bit, but only a little bit. Only a little bit. Wednesdays are going to be 5:30 going forward. They're usually 5 o'clock, shifting to 5:30 going forward. So that'll be fun. And you know what? While we're talking about the future,
The teaser.
The teaser. Next week's teaser.
The teaser.
The teaser.
the part of the
What's
show we
this
tease-
segment about?
Well, it's about teasing the next episode of Who Are These Podcasts. And I will tell you, it's going to happen this Saturday. And I don't know what podcast it's going to be, but I can tell you this.
Your podcast stinks. Your podcast stinks.
Pat Oates coming back to the show to be a part of WATP again. And looking forward to that. Pat always brings it.
He does.
One of the better guests that we have on the show. Always a good time.
He's funny and he gives out free advice.
He does.
Valuable advice.
Yes, for sure. Annie, do we have any new reviews you can read for us?
Yeah, we've got plenty.
right.
We have one from January 4th from Yolanda, I'm guessing.
Dave Landau?
Yeah, why not? It says, Christmas break. Glad you guys continue to release new episodes during this time of year when so many shows take an extended break.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Is that a 5-star?
That was a 5-star review.
Beautiful. That's what helps the algorithm, people. That's why I ask you, give us 5 stars. Helps people
And I have
find
a second
us.
one from January 7th, C1212M5. Heartbreaking. If the people heard what they were saying about them, they would be in tears. I don't understand why these adults would get together and mock others. So disappointing. Host called the person suicidal, dead, effed up, and idiots. I couldn't finish the podcast. It was so bad.
Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah.
Is that a 5-star review?
No.
Oh.
That's a 1.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm guessing they found it on accident.
That's disappointing. I'm guessing they found a show that they host. They found that we review them. And, all right. Well, listen, we're not for everybody. We're not everyone's cup of tea.
Do you remember what podcast host you called dead?
Dead? No.
Yeah, it said that the host called the person suicidal, comma, dead, comma, effed up, and idiots.
Yeah, some people don't know.
Who did you call dead?
Some people don't know the guest hosts aren't necessarily the hosts, so it could have been one of these lunatics we have on here that flies off the handle and says some wild things. You know? You never know what's going on. You want to hit some voicemails and get out of here?
I love voicemails.
You know what? Me too. It's our opportunity to hear from you fine folks. If you go to whoarethese.com, you can find our voicemail number and leave us a voicemail, just like Deluxe did with a little update on what's going on out there in California.
All good here in California. OC's fine. LA had some losses, but there's a big saying going around California, especially up in LA where the fires were. People just say, hey, at least I'm not stuck on the I-80 getting strangled by Ray DeVito like some truck stop hooker. Deluxe out.
That is true, Deluxe. Even if you lost your home and all your possessions, at least you're not getting strangled by Ray DeVito on the I-80. Good point. Hey, my speech therapist is calling in. I've been working real hard. I hope he's proud of me.
Yo, Carl, this is your speech therapist. So just to piggyback off, who was a cow photographer, after Aaron gets done ballroom dancing, I challenge him to a motherfucking verb conjugation contest. It's going down. Only a fucking nerd would lose that, am I right? And this whole feud that I just heard about between Paco and Boner Guy, listen, us minor, well, I guess I'm the most minor. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a homo guy. The most minor character on the voicemails. We can't be having all this feuding between us. And yeah, that's it. We gotta come together. Boner Guy and Paco, you're both cool with me. All right, fuck you. Love the show.
All right, we're trying to build a bridge on here, my speech therapist. And by the way, you're important to me, speech therapist. So don't ever discount yourself again.
Hey, Carl, your speech therapist again. And another thing, fuck you, band practice guy. No, I'm just kidding. He's the GOAT. Andy, sorry. Practice guy's the GOAT. All right, bye.
BPG is the GOAT. We haven't heard from him in a minute. There he is.
Hey, Carl, love the show. Thanks, OJ. I was calling in because about Scorch's big idea. His dive bar locator, he was like, oh, I based it off of weed maps. He has like a fundamental misunderstanding of what weed maps is. I work for a dispensary and my company uses it. It's not just telling you where dispensaries are. It's like, it's delivery. It's like Grubhub. That's the entire point. Scorch is, yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
I can't wait to see what happens with this business now. I hope it works. It's a terrible idea, but I hope it works. It was funny getting,
for the sake of the bit, I hope it works too.
Yeah. It was funny getting Anthony's take. I can't believe I forgot about this. When Anthony first developed Compound Media's mobile app, I was a subscriber right away. He worked with this one company that promised they could do all these things, and they had so many problems. It was just nonstop customers complaining, and then they switched over to another company, and then things got better, and they figured it out. But what a pain in the ass it is to deal with developers, especially for apps and mobile apps and getting those things approved. But we wish him luck, even though he's poor and they're going to drive around in a mobile home and go to dive bars.
Yeah, they're going to drive around in a depressing room and then go to a depressing room.
Oh, God. But at least there's cheap, shitty beer, right? Okay. Oh, could you imagine what the shits are going to be like in that fucking motorhome? Oh God, they're drinking PBRs out of a draft. The wine hasn't been cleaned in 3 decades.
Maybe they should wear diapers.
Ugh. Ah, it's even worse.
Good
Cloth?
callback.
Carl, this is the guy who left his fucking number. Oh my God, I'm drunk as shit. Carl, this is the guy who left his number a couple of years ago. I didn't know Stuttering John was 47. I thought that dude was in his late 60s. That motherfucker is bad off. Now I understand why he looks the way he does. Fucking 20 years of alcoholism would do that to you. Holy fuck. Don't call me back. Actually, give out my number again. 828-388-1143. Fuck it.
All right, fair enough. He's not 47. That was a joke that John made.
Right.
That's how long he's been an alcoholic. It's 47 years.
Yes, he's 59. Been drinking for 47 years. But I hope that person wasn't actually confused. I hope they were just drunk and dumb. Boner guy calling into the show.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
So I'm just calling in really only to apologise to Paco. It's dumb, isn't it? Stupid, boring, repetitive shit all the time. Speaking of, it reminds me of what some lucky female purchaser of tickets at hackermania.com might get if they use the promo code SMEGMA, which guarantees the first 100 access to a strictly limited batch of DNA material from Mr. Stuttering John's couch cushion. You only have to rehydrate and then find a way to incubate it. And in 8 to 10 months' time, if you're really lucky, you may get your very own smelly, narcissistic, boring, lying, retarded drunk for us to goof on. But whatever comes out is definitely going to be top quality human material. Go to thecreepoff.com and vote for Carl.
Yes, go to thecreepoff.com and vote for Carl. Right now. Show's winding down. You have time. Get over there. I brought it this week.
I just had Vietnam flashbacks to those couch cushions at DabbleCon too.
Remember that? We had the black light and everything. You could really inspect it, and there was a lot to inspect on those things. I think that was the thing that John was most upset about. They're like, all right, there's going to be hundreds of people gathering in a room where they do nothing but make fun of you the entire time, and they're going to show video of you thinking that you're owning them and be laughing their asses off.
People that you used to be friends with.
Some of them are people that you used to know and be friends with, and they're all going to be clowning you, and also your couch cushion is going to be on display. What?
Yeah.
They got my couch cushion!
He couldn't get past that.
He was so upset about that.
There's a 2-day event going on, and that's what you're hung up on.
DeWired Christian said Carol did bring it this week. Thank you, DeWired Christian. It was a good episode of The Creep Off because Minnie was sick, and I took full advantage. Monday's calling into the show.
Hey, Carl, it's Mondays. Yeah, I was watching the last episode, and you and Trucker Andy were talking about Cyrax and saying how scary he was. He's not scary. He's just ugly, all right? He's 4'0". He weighs less than 100 pounds, and there's multiple videos of like him trying to beat people up, and he's failing at it. Just look at the video where Music Biz Marty kicks the shit out of him in under 10 seconds. All right? He's not scary. He's just gross. All right? Call me back.
No, I'm not afraid he's going to beat me up. I'm afraid he's going to breathe on me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is scary. It's disgusting what's going on there. But thank you for your call, Mondays. We appreciate it. Mistress Meg. Hi, Chad and KB sniping the show. Oh, no. They're so bad at sniping shows. They just sit there and watch. And then they'll be like, what a fucking idiot. And Chad will go like, nice sweatshirt. All right, we got again. Well, this has been a little bit of an experiment on a Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Thanks to the great Dave Landau for coming by. He was fantastic. Thanks to Bob Levy, of course. Thanks to Annie, our review girl. And, of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't pat myself on the back. Oh, I mean, producer Chris.
Yeah.
Who's also fantastic. Sleep well, everybody. Did I do that yet? I didn't. Please join us again next time. It might be the episode we find out once and for all. Who are these podcasts? Sleep well, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Okay, folks. Guess what? The episode's over.
Go fuck yourselves. Have a good week.
Bye, Brennan.
A plane has hit I Rewatch iCarly.
Boom. His mom.
Boom.
I gotta go. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That was a great episode. That was really great.
Man, that was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
I enjoyed that.
Okay, bye.
No, they're ignorant.